Hi, intermediates. Welcome to Story Time on Tuesday. Get ready for the story. It is titled, Let My People Go, and it's one of the books that we're reading for Passover. A burning bush, and it began. As God told Moses, here's my plan. But Moses was a simple man. He said, I just don't think I can. Poor Moses. God wouldn't hear the answer no and said, with Aaron you will go to lead my people from Pharaoh. Tell him that your God said so. So Moses spoke to mean Pharaoh. Our God says, let my people go. No, no, no. And Pharaoh shouted. A big mistake. He didn't know that God would deal a mighty blow. A plague! Oh no! Egyptians to the Pharaoh said, their God has turned our water red. No more fish. They are all dead. Where's some water that we can drink? We cannot stand this bloody stink. Then Moses spoke to mean Pharaoh. Our God says, let my people go. And Pharaoh shouted, no, no, no. Another plague hit. There were frogs. Pharaoh's next nightmare, he cried. They're hopping everywhere. Tell God to send the frogs away. Then you can go without delay. They're in my oven. They're in my bed. I think a frog jumped on my head. So Moses prayed and the frogs were dead. Then Moses spoke to mean Pharaoh. Our God says, let my people go. And Pharaoh shouted, no, no, no. A plague hit, another one. The Egyptians cried, oh no, now gnats, covering cows and dogs and cats, covering us from head to toe. Please, Pharaoh, let these people go. Then Moses spoke to that mean Pharaoh. Our God says, let my people go. And Pharaoh shouted, no, no, no. Another plague had hit the Egyptians. God spread the ground with nasty flies, but Pharaoh answered only in lies. I'll let your people go and leave this place. Just get these flies out of my face. When Moses said, it's done, we'll go, then Pharaoh shouted, no, no, no. Another plague hit. Soon animals began to die. Hear our cry, Pharaoh, Pharaoh, why? But Pharaoh still would not comply. Then Moses spoke to mean Pharaoh. Our God says, let my people go. But Pharaoh shouted, no, no, no. Another plague hit. The Egyptians moaned. They cried in dread because to see their skin turn purpley red and nasty boils begin to spread. But Pharaoh was an old hardhead. When Moses spoke to mean Pharaoh and said, our God says, let my people go. Pharaoh shouted, no, no, no. A plague hit, another one. God continued the campaign with hail and thunder and mighty rain. There'd never been a worse event. It looked like Pharaoh might relent. When Moses spoke to mean Pharaoh, our God says, let my people go. Pharaoh shouted, no, no, no. A plague, now God sent down a new command, and Moses with his outstretched hand sent hungry locusts through the land. Pharaoh said, I cannot stand. Leave Egypt now as you planned. But when the people packed to go, Pharaoh said, no, no, no. Another plague hit. The Egyptians had 3 days of night while the Israelites enjoyed God's light. So Pharaoh tried, really tried. He was tired of the fight. He said, "Wives and children, all can go, but you cannot take your livestock, though." He really didn't mean it so. He was shouting, "No, no, no." Another plague hit. God, through Moses, said, "Beware, this plague is bad beyond compare. Death to every firstborn son, from royal born to poorest one. But sons of Israel I will spare, so listen now, you must prepare." And as God struck this final blow, Pharaoh shouted, "Go, go, go!" He changed his mind so that they could leave. He didn't want anything else bad to happen. And that was the story about Let My People Go. You did a great job listening. I'll see you soon for the next story.